My review of The Boys, that Amazon original TV show. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for coming back and joining me. Now, if you're new to my channel, you're very welcome. Welcome to the crazy house that is my channel. Now, what I want to do tonight is I want to do a review of episodes 1 to 4 of series 1 of the Amazon original show called The Boys. Now, I had no idea what this show was going to be about. I had literally no idea going into this, so it was new, refreshing for me. I have so far only seen the first 4 episodes of the first series, which is why I've chosen to just do the first 4 tonight, and there's 4 more episodes in series 1, so I will be back to do my review on the other 4 as well. Now, first and foremost, I am absolutely loving this show so far. It is freaking amazing, guys, no joke. Now, I do have my notes with me, so I don't forget anything that I want to say. First of all, I had no idea that this was based on a comic. And if you've seen the photograph, that sort of, to me, didn't give too much away about the series at all. It sort of looks like they're sort of looking down towards either the ground or, towards the camera. And that is because it's from a comic and of the same name called The Boys. And it also has the same, picture. So that's where they got the photograph from for this TV show. And the comic was by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. So I thought that was kind of cool that they made the picture, appear the same for the poster or whatever you want to call it for this series. Now, what's pretty interesting as well is Seth Rogen actually executive produced this series, The Boys. Now, as a first off disclaimer, gotta get this out of the way, guys, this is an adult TV show. This for me would definitely in no way be for kids. You do not want your kids watching this show, both visually and verbally. There's a lot of cursing throughout it, there's a lot of C words, there's a lot of F-bombs, and visual wise as well. This is very much an adult thing, and I had no idea that this show was about like superheroes, right? From looking at the cover, again, because I didn't know that it was from that specific comic, I would never have known. So whenever I realised that it was about superheroes, I thought, oh cool, this is really awesome, this is something new to watch. Basic rundown of what it's about is in the first episode, there is a group of superheroes, and this specific group of superheroes are called the Seven. Now, the group of heroes is basically managed by an agent, and the agent is called Elizabeth Shue, who actually played Daniel LaRusso's girlfriend in Karate Kid. So I thought that was kind of cool, and you'll know it's her straight away, when you see her. And pretty much these superheroes, you can tell straight away, they're like rip-offs of DC and Marvel combined, and they all sort of like work in this big building, and straight away you can tell, to me anyways, it just looked like, Stark Industries, like the Tower of Stark Industries. But these superheroes, the Seven, and it's not like as in spelt as in, the number 7, S-E-V-E-N, it's just the 7, like the number 7. They're pretty much the opposite of the Justice League, how, they want to do good for the world and, do save people and all that there. They're pretty much the opposite of that. Now, what I would sort of call them, the best way to describe them is, instead of superheroes, they're pretty much, honestly, like super jerks. They really are like real prats, they're just not nice. And as well, basically one of the superheroes, I'm not ruining anything here as this is a non-spoiler review of the first 4 episodes, there was a superhero that actually retired. Now, this was explained at the start of the first episode, really, so I'm not ruining anything. And then they rehired a female superhero, and that superhero, she was called Starlight. Now, in the beginning of the first episode, as I say, they explained this. Now, I could be wrong, but from watching this, now this is just from my notes from the first episode, so I'm not giving anything away. I have a guess, and I could be still completely wrong. I don't know if this is the case, But there is a character called Billy Butcher, and he's actually played by Karl Urban. He's so funny. And I have a funny feeling, I'm wondering, is it possibly maybe him that was the ex-superhero that retired? Could be totally wrong, guys, but I just thought I would throw in something there that I guessed anyways. Now, Karl Urban, I want to talk about him because he, so far, is pretty freaking funny, I have to say. If you like Karl Urban, this will 100% be down your street, down your alleyway. Go and watch it, seriously. He's definitely made me laugh probably several times, to be honest, maybe more than that. He's like a cheeky sort of like, sort of guy, and he's just really funny, and and he's blunt and he's straight to the point, and he curses a lot. Now, another lead character in this I had never seen before. Now, his character in this is called Huey, and he's played by an actor called Jack Quaid, or it's Quaid, guys. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jack Quaid. Right, now, I've never seen him in anything before, but I did look him up in Google, and he was in Hunger Games, which I haven't actually seen, so this was the first time that I've sort of seen him, and I thought he was fantastic. He's a really, really talented actor. I really like him. He's a very likeable character, and to be honest, both him and Karl Urban, he plays Billy, they are my favourite so far, both acting wise and just in the show in general, actually, because those two characters bounce off really well together, honestly, guys, those two lead characters. And so far, for the first 4 episodes, is all I've seen so far, as I say, guys. Friggin' brilliant. The two of them together have so much charisma and very charismatic characters, and I really like them. Now, I was really taken back by the visuals because I didn't know what to expect by this show at all, but they throw in some really cool, there is some cool visual effects, especially in the first one. I don't want to say, to sort of like ruin it for anybody, but there's something kind of at the beginning of episode 1, I don't want to be ruining it for anybody, but me and my boyfriend were just like looked at each other like, what just happened there? Like, we didn't know what to expect with this show at all, but it is so freaking good. I don't want to be giving anything away, guys, but you'll know what I mean. Just go and watch the show. It's really awesome. And another thing as well, so I was just saying the visuals were pretty awesome. Onto the music now. The first episode, the music was really good. There was really good, sort of music in the background and songs and stuff, and they even had the song London by The Clash. So it's really good and promising when you watch a first episode, and you've got, I don't have any issues with the cast. Visuals are good, cast seem fine, cast seem really good, actually, sorry. And then you've got, good music thrown in there, so really promising. Now, the second episode, the music wasn't, very good in comparison to the first one, but I'm not going to nitpick, guys, because at the end of the day, I'm not always going to, the music isn't always going to be to my taste in every episode of something I watch, so I'm not actually complaining. I'm just saying, you kind of went from really good music to kind of not so good music at all, but that's just my opinion. But it didn't really bother me. Overall, second episode was really good. Now, without giving anything away, the second episode showed that they are living pretty much like Disney mascots. Now, they sort of send them away for a lot of branding and merchandise and TV coverage, and you sort of got to see all that in this episode. They, like, literally, the agent will send them to do literally anything, quite literally. They will not care, just as long as they're, milking it, like the way, Disney milk things. So that's what I'm saying, they're like Disney mascots, like, quite literally. Now, the third episode and the fourth episode, I can't really say too much because, well, I kind of could, I suppose. I could, but to be honest, I don't really want to be giving too much away, do you know what I mean? And I don't want to, maybe by accident or anything, like, ruin it for you. So all I will say is that the third and the fourth episode I watched last night, both back to back. I don't really think that those two episodes were as good as the first and second episode, but they were still good, if that makes sense. So far, the episodes have been really well paced out. There hasn't been any issues with pacing, and that's what I actually really like about it. Because I have just started watching it. I've only watched 4, and there's been no pacing problems, guys, in my opinion. What I'll also say is, what I was saying earlier, those two work off really well together, Karl Urban and Huey, what was his real name again? Was it Jack Quaid? Hold on, guys. We'll have to look back to that. Yeah, Jack Quaid. Sorry, guys. I was just making sure because, I literally haven't seen him in anything else, but he's such a talented actor, honestly. And the two of them together are so freaking funny. And in the 4th episode, that is when Karl Urban is the funniest. And I forgot to say in the 1st episode, look out, I love The Matrix of course because I love Kenny Reeves, but look out for a couple of really funny jokes, Matrix jokes, sorry, they're like Matrix references, jokes from The Matrix, absolutely hilarious. And Karl Urban does this whole like big massive long speech at the sort of towards the end of episode 4 in the series, and it is absolutely freaking hilarious. And honestly, I would recommend this show if you're into DC, Marvel, superheroes, all that sort of stuff. But if you don't like any jokes that are crazy random or messed up or anything like that, I wouldn't sort of recommend it. But yeah, if you're up for a good laugh and you're up for a bit of randomness and all that, there, I'm going to take the camera because there's someone coming down with their dogs and I feel really embarrassed. Mortified. So yes, if you're up for a good laugh and you're up for something random, I would say, yeah, watch it. But if you know you're sort of offended by certain jokes or anything like that, then I would say no. So other than that, that is all I have to say about these first 4 episodes. And if you're interested in seeing me talk about episode 5 right through to episode 8, this is pretty much a 2-parter video. I will put that up as soon as I watch the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th episode. I'm hoping to actually watch another 2 episodes tonight, but back to back, hopefully, because that's what I did last night. So hopefully I'll have those watched within the next few days and I'll get it up as soon as possible, guys. I feel so embarrassed. Anyways, I will see you in my next video, and don't forget, until then, that the force will be with you always. Bye guys.